Ugh. Ugh. Well, this looks similar to Bantai, or kind of close to it at least. Well, it looks like our world, that's for sure, but how can we be sure that Bantai is around here? Bantai is, well, it's close enough to here. Wait, who are you? What? No way. Another Porg? But I'm the only one. I'm the only survivor. How is there another one here? I thought I was the only survivor. I was always taught that I was the only one, that they were extinct. Maybe we're not in the right reality, Reeses. Okay, hang on. Say something we'd know. I don't know what you'd know. Okay. Do you know of the Bunch of the Weirder? The Bunch of the Weirder? Oh yeah, they're fairly known. I mean, I've heard about them and their leader, V13, who's like a rogue stormtrooper. He travels around here, sometimes. Oh, okay, good. We're in the right universe. Wait. So, there is another Porg. And they're alive. This is weird. You just appeared here. It's like a miracle, like a gift from the heavens or something. But we're supposed to... We live here. This is kind of complicated, whatever your name is. The name's Jamie. What's yours? My name's Pawno. But... Okay, we were traveling through dimensions with a device. It's called a universe hopper. And we were trying to get back to our own dimension, and coincidentally we ended up back in it. But we also coincidentally ended up back right in front of another Porg, which is such a big surprise because I thought I was the only one. For years I was taught that the Porgs were gone. I never saw any other evidence of them, other than old photos from like the 1970s and 80s of them. They were mostly extinct by the mid-2000s. By the time I was mid-teens, they were gone. It's the same story I was taught. I thought I was the last one. Well, the last one besides my father and my mother. My parents were both Porgs. I'm assuming yours were too? No, they were... Well, my biological parents were. They were both Porgs, obviously. But the person I was raised by, who I call my father, was a... I don't even know his species. Does anyone really, though? His name was Master Yoda, and he never disclosed his species, but he took me in after my parents were killed. He never told me how they were, and I doubt I'll ever know. Heck, I only saw his Force Ghost once. Force Ghost? Yeah, there's this thing called the Force. It's like this magical thing that, like, flows through the air and stuff. Like, it's complicated, but you're able to appear there if you know the ways of it, and he's appeared like that once. He was also killed, like my parents, but I don't know if it was the same way or not. He was killed by one of our old enemies, named Rockwell. He was this dinosaur, but he's gone now. Hopefully for good. Wow. So, you and him, are you like a fighting team? Well, we have more members. 2 of them just traveled through more dimensions with another universe hopper. I don't know where they are now, but hopefully they end up safely back here. We have a team called the Bunch of the Weird. Oh, like the Bunch of the Weirder? Similar, but they got their name from us. V13 used to be our enemy. He worked for Rockwell, but he's redeemed himself now. Well, that's a good thing. It's so weird talking to another Porg. Like, I can't even grasp that. When I was young, my father was a brave soldier. And after he retired from his soldier days, he still fought many enemies. Many beings who were targeting others. He was a warrior, and he was training me to do the same. Okay, when I was little, he was very vague about what he did, but as I got older, he told me more. And then, unfortunately, the past came back to bite him, and one of his longtime enemies killed him. My mother raised me for the rest of her life after that. My father's loss hit me greatly. It was so hard for me. I almost didn't feel like coming out of my room or even doing anything with my life. And then it hit me. It was my destiny all along. I was going to become my father. Not literally, but I was going to do the things he did and save other beings from the same fate and enemies that he was suffering from. And then, when I was training myself, my mother was also killed by them. She tried defending me, but she ended up dying. Fortunately, though, I destroyed that enemy once and for all. He's no longer a threat to me. For a while, I was very prideful that I had no threats, other than minor ones, because I did gather my own team. I created a team led by me, and for years we fought enemies and helped others survive and defend them from any enemies or threats, just like my father did. But one day, something horrible happened. My team and I were just going about the day, looking for someone to save, and then there was an attack. I tried to stop them. I tried to save my team, but they were killed. I was the only one that survived, and that is why I stopped completely. I've become a normal civilian of this town, and I swore to myself that I will never lead a team ever again, because, well, it seems like I've only led people to death. The one who killed my father wasn't looking for my father anymore. He was after me. And the one who killed my mother was also after me. I thought I could lead a team, but I got them killed too. And I still survived! And even though they're after me, they just kill everyone who's trying to defend me. They kill everyone I come in contact with. Everyone who I'm close to. Everyone who I try to save ends up dying. And I take the fall, and I have the guilt. And I survive. I'm sorry. I know. That's just something I get so worked up over. But something people don't realize. Most people, anyway. Porgs, despite their cute appearance, many of them are fierce warriors, and many of them are quietly feared. We have always been seen to look innocent and cute, but Porgs can have their way of being aggressive and powerful if they really want to. They also have to be careful with that power. I hear that. This may be hard to believe, but I have a power. And not just any power, but I have mind powers. I received them from a mask, a supernatural mask that had mind powers just like mine. And he possessed me. But when he possessed me, he gave me my powers. Thankfully, I overcame him and he was defeated. But I still have those powers as a reminder of when he possessed me. And I tried to hurt him, my best friend. But thankfully, he's alive. But I use these powers, or I try to at least, for my advantage at helping other beings survive. But something that I have been trying to figure out, silently, is sometimes I get rageful. And it was never like this before I got my powers. That's why I think they could be the cause of my rage. Wait, you never told me this, Pawno. I know. But remember when I raged on Bruce? Remember when I raged on Zero and Tucker? I think that was my powers. I used my powers during that. And it could only make sense. I think my powers are somehow amplifying my rage. That is why I'm trying to find a better way to control them and a better way to use them. Wow, this is a lot to take in. Not only that a Porg has powers, but Porg in general. I know, it's a lot to take in for me too, but I feel such a connection with you. I don't know why. Probably because you're both Porgs. Yeah, probably. I never thought there was another one out there. After my parents died, Master Yoda took me in, and he taught me that they're gone. Do you think there's more out there, Jamie? I don't know. One can only hope, but if there is, they have not made themselves known to the public at all. It's just so great to see another one. Even if there isn't more out there, I'm truly happy there's at least one, because I, for the longest time, thought I was the last of my kind. Do you want to come with us, Jamie? What do you mean? You seem like you've had past experience with battle and, defense. What if you join our team? Become part of the Bunch of the Weird? Yes. I know you're not confident about leading a team. I know you think that your leadership can get people killed. But what if you're not a leader? What if you just help us and use your skills without leading? Would that be a way to maybe slightly redeem your past trauma? Maybe you could help us in our missions and do what you used to do, but just don't lead. That would be nice. But I don't want you guys to get killed, especially you, Pawno. You're the last of your kind. If I'm gone, then you're the last of your kind, and if you get killed, then it's all over, and I'm gonna blame myself. Jamie, if I get killed, you shouldn't blame yourself, but I doubt that'll happen soon. If at all for a while. Despite all this warping going on, things are mostly under control. And I think if we find a way to overcome and see past the warping, we can keep it that way. He doesn't know about the warping, Pawno. Oh, well, have you seen any glitching or weird things happening in reality? I know what you were talking about, just as you said warping. It's been happening all over the world, not just in Bantile Way. It's all over the news. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but reality is falling, and no one knows the cause. But we do. Come with us, and we'll tell you everything you need to know. But trust me, it's gonna be hard to believe, and it may make you question things and have some sort of a crisis at first. From one Porg to another, one survivor to another. Please come with us. Alright. Tell me everything I need to know. What did you tell them? I told them what they needed to know, Bexon. I told them what they needed to know, okay? They didn't answer my question. What exactly did you tell them? Just know they're not going to be able to stop you. Because I can't even stop you. You're darn right. But that doesn't make it okay that you told them where they came from and how they came to be. This could mess things up more than I already have. You've already messed things up enough, Bexon. I'm done. Messing everything up is already what's happened. There's no going back now. You destroyed a home, an entire world, just because you didn't like what was going to happen. Well, if that's what has to happen to make things the way they should be, then I'm fine with that, Sanford.
Summon giant.
Fanfiction? Oh, that can only mean one thing. Stay here. I need to go have a little chat with our good old friend, Bird Nerd Films.